G'day folks, and welcome back to the Unpopular Reef. You might notice that there are a few extra things in my tank. Some macros, some grass, and these little guys. Actually, non-photosynthetic coldwater corals. I went for a dive at Balmoral Pier to collect these. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so this is Balmoral Pier, and this is what it looks like from the surface. And here we have what it looks like underwater. Now the first thing you'll notice is there's a lot more fish down here than there is on the surface, but that should be obvious. I'm not too interested in them today though, that's not my quarry. You'll see the net along the side. This is an enclosure for swimmers. I'm on the outside of it at the moment. And what I'm actually interested, you'll see stuck all the way along the net here. The white fluffy things you see interspersed between all the bits of kelp there is actually a form of non-photosynthetic coral. It is commonly called snowflake coral, and it's pretty prolific in this area, as you can quite easily tell. So I'm going to be grabbing a couple of branches of that, and there's also a few pieces of taxifolia sprouted in here and there that I'm also going to grab. So just a closer look at a couple of big bunches of the snowflake coral. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a couple of the bushier parts that I like, and you'll probably see these in my tank later on. Another interesting thing that happened was, if you take a look at this clip really closely right there, that is a giant pufferfish. Now watch what happens when I try and swim a bit closer to take a better look at him. You really have to squint because the diving visibility was terrible. There he goes! Into the depths, and I never saw him again. But it's pretty big. So from the very big to the very small, I saw this little guy. And this is the first time I've ever actually seen a seahorse in the wild. And it's pretty neat. I won't be adding him to my tank. I have enough projects ongoing at the moment. Plus, I'm pretty sure they are protected in New South Wales. But it's still pretty cool to see him. And there was also this guy. Don't be confused, it's not a stick. That is a tiny little pipefish. He swam in a bit too shallow and started getting blown around by the surf a little bit. Felt sorry for the poor little guy, but yeah, he is pretty neat too. Finally, there was another place just adjacent to the wharf where there is lots of macroalgae, so I took a bit of a swim there and grabbed a few pieces of this, that and the other, just whatever caught my eye as I was swimming. And I'm going to add all that to the tank and try and get my macroalgae kick-started again after the hair algae basically suffocated it all. So this is what my tank looks like now. You can see there's some seagrass in there, there's a bit of brown algae, a lot of taxifolia, a good few pieces of the non-photosynthetic snowflake coral. I'm going to see how that's doing. I'm a little concerned that the stripies were pecking at it earlier, but the polyps are all in at the moment, but they might pop back out later. But yeah, that's my tank for now. So if you like what you see, and give me a like and subscribe, leave me a question or a comment. I like to read them, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.